right. So with this, without wasting any time, let's quickly begin today's class. So here in this class, as I told you, we are going to learn about pronouns. Okay, that is subject and object pronouns. Now, before that, let us first understand what exactly are pronouns. So, for example, okay, Ram is a boy. Ram is tall. Ram is 9 years old. Instead of repeating the word Ram again and again and again, we would simply use a pronoun. For in this case, it would be he. All right. So, Ram is a boy. He is 9 years old. He is very tall. Understood? So, avoiding the repetition of a noun, okay, it can be avoided by using a pronoun. All right. So a pronoun is a word or a form that we can use instead of a noun or a noun phrase. So as I told you in the example that I gave you, okay, so Ram is a proper noun, isn't it? So instead of repeating the word Ram, which is a proper noun, over and over again, we could simply say Ram is a boy. He is 9 years old. He is very tall. Understood? So similarly, let us take a look at the examples which are given. Richard is my colleague. Richard is a nice guy. So Richard is my colleague. He is a nice guy. So in the second sentence, he is what replaces the noun Richard. So he is a pronoun. So I hope you have got an idea now what exactly pronouns are. What are some of the examples of pronouns? He, she, it, I, you, we, they. These are all examples of pronouns. All right, let us take a look at another example. Example 2. Jim threw the paper ball. He did not mean for it to hit the teacher. So in the first sentence, there are two nouns, that is Jim and the paper ball. And in the second sentence, Jim gets replaced by he and the paper ball by it. Okay, so he and it are both pronouns. So therefore, the pronouns in general are used to replace nouns. Understood? Or noun phrases. So anything which contains a noun, pronouns will be used to replace those. All right, so that is why, okay, they are said to be pronouns, they are used to replace nouns. So you can take it as a memory aid in order to remember what exactly pronouns mean. All right. So this was with the pronouns. Let's go to the next one. Personal pronouns are used to represent the number of people. Okay, so what are personal pronouns? So for example, I, we, he, she, it. Okay, I, you. Okay, all these are referred to personal pronouns. All right, so these are used to represent the number of people. And there are two types of personal pronouns. Now this is what you have to note. Okay, really, please note down. There are two types of personal pronouns. So personal pronouns, write down, first type is called as a subject pronouns, and the second one are said to be the object pronouns. Okay, the first one is subject pronouns and the second one, okay, is the object pronoun. All right. Bhagya Lakshmi, good evening. Welcome to the class. Please pay attention today. All right. So today we are going to discussing a very important topic, that is pronouns. All right. So the types of pronouns, to be more specific. So make sure that you make a lot of notes and you pay attention. All right. Okay, so now the next one. Now the types of personal pronouns. First, we will look only at subject pronouns. Then we will take a look at object ones. All right, now before we go here, okay, let's quickly understand what is meant by subjects and object. Now, what is a subject of a sentence? A subject of a sentence, it refers to the main character or the main thing what a particular sentence is about, isn't it? Okay, it refers to the main noun or the main the main person or the thing that we are talking about in a particular sentence. So that is what is meant by subject pronouns. Whereas, okay, sorry, not subject pronouns, that is meant by the subject of a sentence. When I say something is the object of a sentence, so what is object? The object is the thing that is getting affected by the action of the subject. Okay, this is what you should know. Now we know that subject is something, okay, so it's the main thing or what the sentence is about. Let's understand what are subject pronouns. Pronouns that take the place of the subject of the sentence are called as the subject pronouns. Understood? Okay, so can you see here what exactly are subject pronouns? So the pronouns, okay, which are used to replace the subject, that is the person who is doing the action or the person about whom the action is about in that particular sentence, that is referred to as the subject, and the pronoun which is replacing this subject is said to be a subject pronoun. Very simple, isn't it? So now we know pronouns are used to replace the nouns, and subject pronouns are nothing but these are the pronouns which are acting as the subject now, or they are replacing the original subject. Understood? For example, I love learning English. Yani ki I. So I love learning English. You are my colleague. All right. So she is my client. He forgot his password. So who forgot? He forgot. Who is your client? She is my client. It was on the table. Where was it, or what are we talking about? Was on the table. It. Okay, the thing we are talking about. We have to get back to work. So we is a subject, okay, or it's a pronoun, so therefore subject pronoun. They work for Wipro. Understood? So in place, whenever the subject, okay, is replaced by a pronoun, it is said to be a subject pronoun. Indirectly, pronouns, when they are used in place of a subject or to replace a subject, that is the doer of that action, they are said to be the subject pronouns. Understood? Very simple. Let's please note down this table quickly. Okay, this is very important. So in the first person singular, we will say I. Okay, so in the first person singular, the pronoun which will be used is I, and in the plural form, we will use we. So if we have to say in the first person, okay, first person is me, okay, second person is you, and the third person is others. Understood? So when I have to talk about myself, okay, like, I'm talking only about myself, singular, that is the time I will use pronoun I. If I'm talking about, okay, if there is somebody else with me in the first person, I will say we. For example, my sister and I, or we. Understood? अगर first person में दो लोग हैं, plural है, तो we का इस्तेमाल होगा. All right, write down the next one. In the second person, that is you. If it is singular, it will be you, or it will be you all or all of you. It is not y'all. Okay, y'all is incorrect. Y'all means you will. So here we are not saying that. So please avoid making that that incorrect statement. It is not y'all, but it is you all. You have to mention all. All right, not y'all. You and this apostrophe ll is incorrect. All right, it is you all. Okay, and then uh no, okay, we'll understand that later. All right, Anirudh, so right now just understand here, we are coming to that. All right, so he, she, it. Okay, he, she, it, we are coming to singular. Okay, so he, she, it is the singular subject pronoun, whereas plural will be they. Understood? Okay, so now we come to the object pronouns. Okay, so Anirudh, Arpita, did you get, sorry, Anirudh, did you get your answer here? What is them? Okay, so can you see under what title it is? All right, so you will understand now. So that's why I told you to take a note. Okay, now we come to the object pronouns. Now, what is an object? Let's quickly revise. The object of a sentence is the part of the sentence which is getting affected, okay, by the action of the subject, or it is the receiver of the action. So object pronouns are used when the person or thing is the object of the sentence or the clause. Okay, so object pronouns, as the term itself suggests, they are used to replace those nouns whenever they are used, okay, as an object or in place of an object. Understood? So that is what it means. For example, an object pronoun is a word that stands for a noun that is the object in that particular sentence. Simple. Now, please note down the meanings. There is a difference between the subject and the object. All right, write down here me. For examples of object pronouns will be me, you, her, him. Okay, it is not she here, it is her. It is not he, it is him, object. Then it remains it. Okay, us, you, and them. All right, so for example, Nina got a job. Nina got a job, so it will be she got a job. Understood? Nina got a job, so she got a job. Here, Nina and she are subjects. Therefore, she is a subject pronoun. So, whom is the sentence about? Here, the sentence is about Nina. So, Nina is the subject. So, therefore, we will use she. However, take a look at this one. I gave Nina a job. So, I is the subject. Gave is the verb. Nina, okay, is the object, isn't it? All right. So, here, Nina will be is an object. So therefore, we will use objective pronoun. So therefore, can you see? It is I gave her a job. So in order to replace Nina in the second case, what have we used? We have used the object pronoun, that is her. Can you see the difference now? If you want, please note down this example so that you understand when to use a subject pronoun, when to use an object pronoun. Very simple. Subject pronoun, as the term suggests, when the pronoun which you are using is used as a subject. Object pronoun, when the pronoun which you are using is used as an object. Okay, we cannot say I gave she a job. Okay, that is incorrect. I gave her a job. Why? Her is object pronoun, she is, okay, a subject pronoun. Understood? All right. So now let's quickly understand the position of pronouns. Then we'll start with the exercises. Okay. So position of pronouns, please write down this heading, position of pronouns. All right. So position of pronouns. Okay. So we use object pronouns. So we use object pronouns as the object of the verb immediately after the verb. All right. So we use object pronouns as the object of the verb immediately after the verb. So whenever you use the object, okay, we use the object pronoun, it will come immediately after the verb. That is immediately after the action word. Can you take a look at these? Can you help me, please? So in this case, which is the verb? Verb is help. Okay. So here in this case, okay, so here object is me and you is the subject. So therefore here we will say me. Okay, so here that's why we have used, so can you see it is come exactly after the action word. I can hear you. Okay, so I is a subject. Okay, so then we have the verb, that is here. Okay, and then we have you. All right, so I can hear you, or I am able to hear you. All right, so here we have the object or the objective verb. All right, or sorry, objective pronoun. Okay, she likes him. So she is the subject, likes is the verb, him is the object. Can you see the objective pronoun comes right after the action word or the verb? Okay, so which object of the, it is used as the object of the verb. Understood? Okay, so good evening, Santosh. Welcome to the class. So we are discussing about pronouns here, particularly object and subject pronouns. Pay attention. Okay. So here we can also use object pronouns after prepositions. Please make a note of this as well. So we can also use object pronouns after prepositions. All right. For example, she is waiting for me. Okay, so she is waiting for me. I'll buy it for you. Don't lend it to me. So for, to, at, all are prepositions here. And remember, you have to use objective pronouns or object pronouns, okay, after the use of, after using prepositions. Understood? So you have to remember that you have to use, okay, so you have to use object pronouns after you make use of prepositions. Understood? So you have to understand that. So two things about object pronouns that we have learned here. First thing is they will come immediately after the verb. In case of prepositions, first of all, we will use object pronouns and they will come after the pronoun. Okay, so now please note down this table quickly, just like how you did in the case of subject pronoun. So in case of subject pronoun, okay, so you know what exactly are the words to be used in first, second, third form. Now object pronouns, you have to use me. Here no I will be used. I is in the case of a subject pronoun, me is in the case of object pronoun, first person singular, and for plural we are going to use us. Okay, so here you have to remember that. Okay, then the next one is second person you. So you, second person remains the same like that of the subject pronouns. Okay, so it is you or you all or all of you or you, just simply you. and third person changes, it becomes him, her, or it. It is not he, she. He, she, it is for subject, whereas him, her, it is for object. Okay, you have to remember that. Okay, and then in the case of plural, it becomes them. It is not they, but it becomes them. Understood? So maybe now you can just quickly note down this, write down subject pronouns quickly. Subject pronouns, I'll give it to you in simple words. Subject pronouns, write down. Okay, so make a table like this. So write down subject pronouns, write down object pronouns like this. Okay, so side by side, subject pronoun, make one column, object pronoun, make another column. I'll quickly give you easy, something, a easy format so that you don't get confused. Okay, write down the first one, I, under subject pronoun. Under subject pronoun I, under object write down me. Okay, that means under subject pronoun singular it will be I, but if you are looking at it as an object it will become me. So you have to use me. I, me. Then under subject pronoun write down you, you, you. Object pronoun also will remain you, you. So you and you remains the same for subject and object. Okay, write down the next one. He, write down under subject. Okay, subject pronoun he, he. And write down under object pronoun him, him. So subject अगर होगा he का इस्तेमाल होगा, अगर object के रूप में हो रहा है so him होगा, him. All right, write down the next one, she, under subject pronoun. She, under subject pronoun. Object में her होगा, her. So she under subject, her under object. Okay. The next one, it, it remains the same for both subject and object. So both जगह पर it ही लिखो, it and it. It. Okay. The next one, under subject pronoun, write down we, we, we. And under object pronoun also write down the same thing, us. Okay, sorry, you have to write down us. So we will become from a subject pronoun we, it will become us under object pronoun. Okay, so we and us under object pronoun. And the last one, they, they is under subject pronoun, whereas under object pronoun it will be them, them. All right. Okay, so I hope all of you have got that. Okay, so now we'll quickly begin with today's class. So all the best to all of you. Don't worry. Okay, so all of you will be able to do it. I'm really sure of that. Just make sure to identify whether we are replacing a subject, then use the subject pronouns. If we are replacing an object, or if it is acting as an object, use objective pronouns. All right, so or object pronouns. Okay, so if the first question is, I'm Samantha and this is Met, my husband, dash live in New York. So I am Samantha and this is Met, my husband. So what is the pronoun which we are going to use here? Okay, so good job, everybody. So all those who attempted, a majority of you have given this incorrect. All right, so no problem. Okay, in this case, see here, we are talking about I. So I am Samantha and this is Met, my husband. Okay, so here, what am I talking about? Okay, instead of saying, okay, so Samantha, my husband and I live in New York. Okay, instead of that, okay, so I will simply say, we live in New York. Understood? Okay, so that is what it means. So here we are replacing, like, a subject kind of a thing. So I am replacing I here. So if we are replacing, like, I am Samantha and this is Met. Okay, so here we are talking about, like, the subjects of the sentence. What is the sentence about? It is me and my husband. Understood? So therefore here we will use we and we will not use he. All right, so I am Samantha and this is Met, my husband, dash live in New York. Can we say he live in New York? Okay, if we had to use he, it would have been lives. So he lives in New York. So us live in New York. Does it make sense? Okay, him live in New York. Does it make sense? We live in New York. यानी कि हम न्यू यॉर्क में रहते हैं. Understood? Okay, so that's why here we have to use the pronoun we. Okay, try the next one. Remind dash to call my aunt. So what is the answer here? Good job, Anirudh, Bhagya, Renu, Rosie, Abdul. Fantastic. I'm very happy that a majority of you have got this correct. Okay, now in this case, you now here you have to understand that whenever you are requesting somebody or you're giving a command, okay, it is already understood. For example, here it says remind dash to call my aunt. It is like you remind dash to call my aunt. So you remind me to call my aunt. So what is the subject here? The subject is you. So therefore, okay, so here me reminding action will be influenced on the object, that is me. That's why we have to use the object pronoun in this case, because although it is not mentioned you here, it is understood. You remind me to call my aunt. Understood? So that is why you is the subject. So therefore, we have to use an object pronoun. We cannot use another subject pronoun here because subject kya hai? You. Though it is not mentioned here, it is understood. You, aap mujhe remind कीजिए मेरे aunt को call करने के लिए. Okay, aap is the subject here. You. So therefore, me has to be used here, which is the object pronoun. Understood? So that is why here the answer is the second option. Okay, try the next one now. I bought this pen last week and now dash doesn't work. What is the answer here? Good job, Anirudh, Bhagya, Renu. Fantastic. Okay, so and Foziana. Okay, so good job. Here the answer is I bought this pen last week and now it doesn't work. Okay, as we all know, it is used to address words that are not living or to address things which are non-living. All right, so or whose gender we do not know. All right, I bought this pen last week. Okay, and you can instead of saying I bought this pen last week and now this pen is not working. Okay, so instead of avoiding the repetition, so we will simply say and now it doesn't work. So we cannot say they refers to a plural form, and here I know I bought this pen last week and now they doesn't work. Okay, they is used to refer to a group of people. Here we are not referring to a group. First of all, we are not referring plural, and secondly we are referring to a thing. All right, he, she, it cannot be used here because it's a pen, it is a non-living thing. Therefore we have to use it. Okay, it doesn't have a gender, right? So therefore the second option is absolutely correct in this case. Okay, the next one, pick the correct option. Read it carefully. Okay, good job, Vinod, Anirudh, Bhagya. Fantastic. So here in this case, we will say he and I needed some rest. Yani ki, okay, so what are we talking about? We're talking about two people, that is he and I. Understood? So therefore, and later on you will understand why exactly it is not I and he, but it is he and I. Okay, so later on I'll give you an order. So we'll come to that why it is he and I later on. All right. So here now you cannot say he and me needed some rest. Okay, so he and I. So yahan par we are talking about two people. All right, so therefore he and I. So we have to use subject pronouns, not the object. All right, so here then he and him and I needed some rest. We cannot use him because here it comes under the subject portion. All right, the sentence is about these two people, that is he and I. So we have to use subject pronouns. All right, him and me needed some rest. So here this is again we are talking, these are the subjects. Okay, we are talking about these two people. It's not the object sentence, so therefore him and me is incorrect in this case. Okay, so here they are not representing the, we have to find something to represent the subject. So therefore he and I, and not him and me, which is incorrect. Okay, try the next one. Where are the reports? I thought I gave dash to you. What is the answer? All right, so good job, Anirudh, Vinod, well done. Okay, so now in this case, where are the reports? First of all, reports is plural. All right, so therefore we have to use the plural form. All right, so in this case, we will use the word them. All right, so where are the reports? I thought I gave them to you. All right, so first of all, we cannot say I thought I gave it to you, because here we are talking about reports, which is plural. Again, we cannot use they in this case because we are representing an object here. All right, so I thought, I is the subject here, so therefore gave them. All right, so here them will be the object, pronoun has to be used. So therefore, okay, so I gave them to you. And why them? First of all, it is plural. All right, so that is why we will use the word them in this case, which is reports. Okay, the next one, I don't know why I invited the Thompsons dash hate parties. So what is the answer here? Thompsons refers to the surname of a people. Sorry, of a couple. Okay. Okay, so majority of you have got this incorrect. No problem. Okay, it's okay. I'll explain. Okay, so here the answer is I don't know why I invited the Thompsons. Okay, now usually in foreign countries they they address people with the use of surnames. For example, the Gonzalez or the Fernandez, all right, or the Thompsons, or the Kardashians. All right, so I'm sure you all know about Kardashians, right? Most of you may be knowing. So normally, okay, they address them with the help of surnames, okay, and they usually add an S. So therefore, Thompsons here refer to this particular couple, or it refers to a family, and Thompsons refers to a surname. So I don't know why I invited the Thompsons dash hate party. So can we say now he hate parties? Okay, another thing is, even if it was a singular term, it would have been he hates parties or she hates parties. So with that, the term of hate only, you should have identified that he and she are incorrect. Now again, we cannot use them in this case. Okay, so why? Because here we are talking about these people. So in the second sentence, when I say Thompsons or the Thompsons hate parties, so in this sentence, if you take a look at it, okay, the Thompsons hate parties. So what is the sentence? What is the sentence about? It is about Thompsons, right? So Thompsons will be the subject. All right, so therefore it will be they hate parties. Understood? So Thompsons hate parties, or the Thompsons hate parties, or instead of that, they hate parties. Understood? It is not them, but it is they. Okay, so you have to frame the sentence in this way. Try to see what is the position in that particular sentence. Forget about the previous one. Try to see what is the role of that word in a new sentence which is framed. Okay, so you have to I'll try to give you all a little extra time. Okay, so the next one, hello boys and girls, could dash listen to me for a minute. So what is the answer here? This one should be very simple. Good job, Bhagya, Anirudh, Rosie, and Abdul, Foziana. Good job. Okay, so here it is. Hello, boys and girls. Hello, Yaniki. For example, if I say hello or hello, Ram. Okay, so can you hear me? So whenever I ask you, right? So anybody. So hello, can you hear me? Can you please quickly confirm if you can? So अगर आप किसी को hello बोल रहे हैं, okay, so can you say could they listen to me for a minute? ओके सो इट्स लाइक आपने यहाँ पर किसी को हेलो बोला है और आप पीछे से किसी को बोल रहे हैं कैन दे लिसन टू मी फॉर अ मिनट इज देयर एनी सेंस इन दैट ओके हाउ विल दिस पर्सन नो इफ दे कैन हियर यू ओके नॉट रियली राइट सो देयरफॉर कुड ऑल ऑफ यू लिसन टू मी फॉर अ मिनट क्या आप मुझे एक मिनट के लिए सुन सकते हैं या मेरी बात को सुन सकते हैं that is what it means all right so could all of you listen to me for a minute okay try the next one now. Where would you like me to place the dinner napkins? Should I put dash over there? What is the answer here? Good job, Anirudh, Rosie, Renu. Fantastic. Okay, another hint over here would be to use the objective pronoun was. It is coming exactly after the verb, isn't it? So put. So as we have understood, so object pronouns usually come after the verb. So therefore, should I put them over there? Okay, so we cannot say should I put it over there, simply because napkins is plural. So therefore, we have to use them, okay, and not it. And besides, okay, when I can we say should I put you over there? Doesn't make sense. Okay, so क्या मैं आपको वहां पर डालूं? Okay, that is like the meaning. It's first of all incorrect, and you would never use it because it's a very like bad. All right, so you cannot really say that, very rude kind of a statement. So should I put them over there is absolutely correct. Okay, so you have to use the objective pronoun in this case. The next one, the teacher scolded dash. What is the answer here? Pay attention. I'll give you a little extra time with this one. All right, so good job, Anirudh. Well done. So here, okay, so we already have the subject. Okay, so here in this case, what is the subject? It is the teacher, right? So then we say, so the teacher scolded him and me. All right, so him and me, that is, we will use the object pronouns in this case. All right, why? Because we have already the subject who is the teacher. And besides, another hint is, okay, that scolded is the verb. So immediately after the verb, what do we have? We have the object pronouns. So that was also another hint which you could have understood. Okay, so the teacher scolded him and me. All right, so that is how it should be. Okay, so good job, Sunil, Vishal, Shweta, and Asim. Fantastic. Try the next one. Mark, Lisa, and Dash went to the park. So what is the answer here? Good job, Salarik, Anirudh, Foziana, and Bhagya. Fantastic. Now, in this case, you can see here, okay, so we have to use I. Why? Okay, can you see which is the verb? Which is the verb here? It is went. So, अगर यह एक objective होता, objective pronoun use करना होता, it would have come, the blank would have been after went. But here, since it is coming before the verb, we know we have to use the subject pronoun. All right, so therefore we will use I here and not me. So Mark, Lisa, and I went to the park. Understood? So therefore here the answer is the second option, the subject pronoun, not the object. Another hint for you is usually after the verb, we will use the object pronoun. All right, so you can take that also as a hint. So Mark, Lisa, and I went to the park. All right, try the next one. The money will be divided between you and Dash. So what is the answer here? Okay, so good job, Vinod, Bhagya, Sufyan. Okay, so Fauziana. Okay, well done. So here the money will be divided between you and me. Okay, so here in this case, divided. Okay, so or will be divided. Okay, so now in this case, we understand. So here we are like, talking about the money. All right, so the money, okay, will be divided between you and me. Now here what is creating the confusion is basically because you cannot identify whether you is representing a subject or no. Understood? So like that also like it kind of creates a confusion. And besides, another thing which you could have used here is there is a preposition. So which is a preposition here? Between. So after prepositions, what do we use? Or after the verbs, what do we use? We use object pronouns, isn't it? So therefore, okay, this you could have used as a hint if you could identify the preposition here. So it is between. Preposition is a bit, so here between is a preposition, and after prepositions we normally use object pronouns. Okay, this was also discussed. So in this case, you could have identified it, okay, on basis of that. All right, so you could say the money will be divided between you and me. All right, and besides, divided is already the verb. All right, will be divided, it indicates the action. So after the action we have objective ones which are coming, right? So therefore here the second one is the correct answer. All right, is there any doubt, any question with any of the exercises that we have done so far? Anything that you would want to ask me? कोई doubts, कोई question, कुछ पूछना है किसी को? Okay, so let's go to the next one now. Okay, so when you are not sure, okay, so when you are not sure, okay, so to use the subject pronoun or the object pronoun, Just turn the sentence around. For example, the best student in the class is. So now in this case, for example, okay, since we are all beginners, okay, so there is a difficulty maybe in order to identify whether it's a subject pronoun or an object pronoun. What you can do is you can use this technique. Okay, so if there is a statement which is given, the best student in the class is dash, and now you don't know whether you have to use subject pronoun or object pronoun. So what will you do? The best student in the class is he. Okay, now if I say he is the best student in the class, does it make sense? Yes. For example, if it was the best student in the class is him is the best student in the class, does this make sense? No. So in this way you can put in the pronoun wherever the blank is, and you can try to turn it around and see if it makes sense. For example, the best student in the class is he, okay, or he is the best student in the class. It makes sense, right? So therefore we know it is he. In this case we have to use the subject pronoun. Whereas if I had to say the best student in the class is him is the best student in the class, does it make sense? Okay, so we know that object pronoun doesn't fit here, so we have to use the subject pronoun. Okay, so hence the correct sentence would be the best student in the class is he. So this is also a technique which you can use as a beginner to identify whether you have to use a subject pronoun or object pronoun. Okay, don't worry, I'll try to give you a little extra time, okay, so that you can master, okay, so you can get a hang over this. All right, so try the next one. Our boss had dinner with my friend and dash. What is the answer here? Good job, Anirudh, Sufyan, Fosiana, fantastic, Parshan, Vinod, you too, Salarik. Okay, it's nice to see majority of you getting the correct answer. Okay, now, so here in this case, so our boss had dinner with my friend and me. All right, so that is okay. So our boss had dinner. So had dinner is helping us to understand. Okay, so the action or the verb which is done. After that, we have the preposition, that is with, and we know after prepositions we have to use the objective pronouns, that is my friend and me. Therefore I will not come. I is a subject pronoun. Here we require an object pronoun because there are two hints, because there is a verb also which is there, and also there is a preposition, that is with, and after these we normally use the objective pronoun, so therefore we will use the word me. Okay, try the next one. The problematic employees are dash. Now in this case you can use a technique. Okay, so both you substitute him both subjective and objective, turn around the sentence and see which is the correct one. Okay, I'll give you extra time. This is the final one. Okay, mark your answers now quickly. Good job. Okay, so Vinod, Anirudh, Bhagya. So here in this case, you can say the problematic employees are they, or if you want to check, okay, so they are the problematic employees. Understood? So if we have to substitute, the problematic employees are them. Them are the problematic employees. Does it make a complete sense? Okay, is it grammatically correct? Them are the problematic employees? No. They are the problematic employees. Okay, so it makes sense. So therefore the problematic employees are they, or they are the problematic employees. All right, try the next one now. May I please speak to Ginny? Yes, this is dash. So what is the answer? Okay, so here, may I speak to Ginny? Yes, this is she. All right, all right. So now in this case, instead of saying yes, or you could directly in this case, okay, if you have ever happen to find your situation in such a, find yourself in such a situation, may I speak to so and so, and if you are the person, okay, so then you can say yes, this is she or this is he speaking. All right, or you could simply say yes, this is Jeannie speaking, or you could say this is she or this is he. All right, you will not so here you will use the subject. All right, we will use a subject pronoun. Okay, so because here this is like if this is Jeannie speaking. So if I had to say, if this is Jeannie speaking, Jeannie is like the main portion of the sentence, right? The subject. So therefore we will use a subject form here, that is she. Understood? Not the object, because here we are talking about, may I speak to Jeannie? When I say yes, this is Jeannie. Okay, like for example, okay, you can, if you're getting confused, you can say it like this: yes, this is Jeannie. That means yes, it is me. All right, or like yes, this is Jeannie. So what is Jeannie? Jeannie is a name of a person. So here we will replace it with the subject pronoun, that is she, since it is a female. Okay, since Jeannie is a girl, so therefore we will use a subject pronoun, which is she. All right, so make sure that you pay attention to these. All right, so yes, this is she. Okay, the next one, the person who performed the best was there. So what is the answer? Okay, so I hope you tried that ulta kind of challenge here. So the person who performed the best was she, or you could check it in this way: she was the person who performed the best. Isn't it? If I had to say, the person who performed the best was her. Her was the person who performed the best. Does it make sense? No, right? So therefore, the person who performed the best was she, or she was the person who performed the best. Okay, try the next one now. Samantha helped Tina and Dash finish the project. So what is the answer? You pay attention. Okay, you've already done this, so you should get this one correct. I'll give you a little extra. Okay, I couldn't give, sorry. So good job, Anirudh, Vinod, Fauziana, Rosie. All right, Salar, and CG is fantastic. I'm very happy that a majority of you have got this one correct. Samantha helped Tina and me finish the project. See, how many hints have we got? First of all, here the verb is helped. Okay, the action word. Verb के बाद में जो आता है, that will be the object, right? So therefore, Tina and me will be the, we have to use the object pronoun in this case, not the subject. Okay, so that is because Samantha is the subject here. After that has come the verb, that is the action word, that is help. And as we know, okay, after the verbs will come the objects, that is, or the object pronouns. That's why it is Tina and me and not Tina and I. Okay, understood? Now this is also a very important part. Please make a note of this quickly. Okay, so order within the pronouns. Now this is the order which you have to follow. Okay, so that is why I told you, like I'll explain to you later on. So in English, okay, if the first person, that is I, we, then the second person, that is you, and then after that we have the third person, that is he, she, they are used in the same sentence. Yani ki if we are talking about the first person, second person, third person, okay, then the order will be this. So first will come the second person, that is you. Okay, so first will come the second person, that is you. After that will come the third person. Okay, so followed by the third person, that is he, she, they. Okay, so after that will come the third person, and then after that will come the first person. All right, so remember it is 2, 3, 1. Okay, so the order within the pronouns will be 2, 3, 1. Okay, second person, that is you. Then after that will come the third person, that is he, she, they. And finally will come the first person, that is I or we. Understood? Okay, so for example, now look at this in the sentence: I, you, and he will go to London tomorrow. This is incorrect. So here will come the second person first, that is you. Then will come the third person, that is he. And finally will come the first person, that is I. All right. So here you have to remember this word order. Okay, this is very, very, very important in order to get it correct. Understood? So just remember 2, 3, 1. ओके सो किसी का फोन नंबर जैसे हम याद रखते हैं उस तरह से यह भी याद रखें. It's 2, 3, 1. All right, Salar, I'm very happy that whatever I thought you found it useful. I'm very happy, and continue in the same way. Okay, so try to apply it in the next exercises. All right, so the next exercise for all of you. Okay, so so please do this one. Now did you understand why we say he and I or you and I? All right, so this is because it's a word order which we have to follow. Okay, try this one now. What is the answer here? Good job. Okay, so good job, Bhagya, Reno, Abdul, Rosie, and Muhammad. Fantastic. So it is he and I are twins. अगर यहाँ पर second person होता तो कौन सा पहला आता? You, he, and I आता. All right. So if three are used together, you know what the order is, and even if two are used, you have to know how to use the order. All right. So first second person आएगा, then third person, and the first person. And the last exercise for all of you, please try this one. All right, so in any ways, okay, so always this will be the order, first second person aega. Okay, so this is a secret between you, him, and me. All right, so you have to use all the object pronouns. All right, if you are using it after the verb, you have to be careful, you have to use object pronouns, but order will be the same, that is in terms of people. Okay, so that is the second person will come first, then will come the third person, then will come the first person. Order will remain the same, but you have to still remember कौन सा pronoun use करना है, that is object pronoun या subject pronoun. Like see in this case, this is a secret between. Between is a pronoun. Sorry, it is a preposition. Sorry, it's a preposition. Therefore, we have to use object pronouns after this. So that's why यहाँ पर you है. अगर कोई और होता, third person होता, so क्या होता? This is a secret between you, him, and me. Understood? ऐसे होता. So order will remain the same, that is वह phone number जैसे हमें याद रखना है 231. All right, and you have to still remember which pronouns you have to use, subject pronouns या object pronouns. Understood? Okay, so with this we have come to the end of the class. It was a very interesting class with all of you. Okay, if you have any doubts, any questions, whatever you want to ask, you can ask me now. I hope all of you made a lot of notes today, okay? So because this is a very important topic where normally a lot of students do get confused, okay? So I hope I was able to make it very simple for all of you. All right? Salar, it depends. Salar, what you can do is, I'm not sure when exactly these topics will be covered, but you can you can just check on the Hello English app. If you happen to see that these topics will be discussed, you can just set a reminder. All right? All right, Salar, I'm very happy that that you enjoyed this session. Yes, Santosh, what is your doubt? Santosh, what is your username? Can you please tell me? Because here I cannot see your name. Or can you please type out your doubt maybe? Oh, all right, all right, all right. It shows as Silhi. Yes, Silhi, can you tell? Yes, go ahead. What is your doubt?
Ma'am, in one sentence, which form we use first, like first person, second person? I can't
See,
attend that slide, so
all right. So, okay. So you want that? You're saying, okay. I'll just quickly give it to you. See, okay. Just give me a minute. I'll just share that. You can just maybe take a screenshot or quickly note down. Please write down. You write down this firstly, okay? Or write down this subject pronouns.
no, ma'am, not this. In one sentence, that first we use I, you, then he or she.
You want the word order, silly.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Just give me a minute. It's here. Write down here. Okay,
Okay,
so here is here this one. You can write down here the order of their usage is you, followed by he, she, they, followed by I, we. All right. So you can just note down this.
okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
This will be the same for object pronouns also. Okay. So you have to remember word order will remain the same. Only thing you have to identify whether it is uh, or subject or object. Okay. Okay, so with this, we have come to the end of the class. It was a fantastic session with all of you. Make sure that you all continuously revise this. Okay, it is very important that all of you continuously revise and try to read some books. Okay, so it will help you improve your vocabulary. You can now join the next class at 7 o'clock, and I will see you all very soon. Enjoy your evening and bye.